In version 5.4, skipping Mizuki might have been a better choice for F2P players than pulling for her. In this video, I'll break down everything you need to know about this new character Mizuki, her kit details, playstyle, and why it might be more beneficial for F2P players to have other units on their team rather than Mizuki herself. Additionally, as I'm making this video right now, we've also received more information about the new features and quality of life improvements in 5.4, which I'll cover further in the video. This video is going to be interesting, so make sure to stick around. Now, without wasting any more time, let's dive right into the video. Starting off with the banner lineup, in the first phase of version 5.4, we can expect Mizuki as the new 5-star NMO support character, along with Wriothesley joining her as the RERUN candidate. And in the second phase, we can expect Furina as the Archon RERUN, followed by Siege Wayne as the RERUN candidate in 5.4. This banner lineup has been confirmed by several reliable sources, so there's a good chance we'll see the same results in the 5.4 livestream as well. However, I still recommend being skeptical, as Hoyoverse likes to make last-minute changes to the reruns. Now, let's see how much of a beast Mizuki really is. The new character Mizuki, also known as Yume Mizuki, is an NMO 5-star support character who deals damage based on swirling reactions. What's interesting about her kit is that she also provides healing to her party members, which is based on elemental mastery. This makes her a versatile character, as elemental mastery not only boosts her healing abilities, but also strengthens her swirl reactions, making her effective both as a healer and a damage dealer. But as versatile as she seems, things aren't looking quite the same way. Beta testers have noticed that Mizuki has several issues with her kit that make her quite replaceable compared to other NMO units, some of which even surpasses her in terms of team synergy and versatility. This is because, instead of Mizuki having a quick swap playstyle like Kazuha Sucrose or Venti, Mizuki's playstyle revolves heavily around her being on the field most of the time to fully accumulate her buffs. This, in my opinion, makes her team specific to characters that mainly focus on off-field damage, such as Mavika and Furina. This means you can't use her with other on-field DPS characters, as Mizuki will be the one staying on the field for most of the time. And that's not the only issue she has. Beta testers have also noticed that her healing abilities are somewhat weird. Instead of providing constant healing like Kokomi or Jean, Mizuki only heals when her party member's HP falls below 70%. This means players must use HP draining characters like Furina to activate her healing or just take damage physically. Once it activates, Mizuki will start to heal her party members, as well as gain buffs to her swirling reactions for a specific duration. Additionally, her small pet deals some extra off-field damage during that time. Now, despite having all these flaws in her kit, one thing that truly stands out about Mizuki is how fascinating her design is, or at least, that's the impression I got when I first saw her. A character's aesthetics and playstyle can be just as important as their raw numbers, so pulling for her is entirely valid if she appeals to you. However, for players who prioritize strong meta picks, Mizuki might not be the best investment. In her current state, she feels more like a character you summon because you enjoy her unique style rather than for any groundbreaking value she brings to the table. That said, recent leaks indicate that Mizuki will soon be added to the standard banner. This would allow players to obtain her either by losing a 50-50 or by selecting her from the free 5-star anniversary reward. Although Hoyoverse hasn't officially confirmed this yet, as the character hasn't been released, but her kit strongly suggests that she will indeed make her way to the standard banner. As seen in the past, Hoyoverse tends to design standard banner characters to be more balanced rather than overpowered, and Mizuki's current abilities fit this pattern perfectly. Now, let's take a look at why you should skip Mizuki and consider pulling for other units on the banner. The main reason to skip her is that Mizuki will soon be added to the standard banner, making it easy for players to obtain her either through the free 5-star anniversary rewards or by losing a 50-50 during future event banners. This means you can get her without having to pull for her on her debut banner. Another important factor is the other characters running alongside Mizuki. First, we have Wriothesley, who is considered the best cryo main DPS in the game. He fits well into many team compositions and requires easy-to-build support. Then there's Furina, who doesn't need much explanation as she's one of the top support characters in the game, offering off-field damage and substantial HP buffs. She's incredibly versatile and works in almost any team you put her in. If you're looking for a strong meta character who brings more value to your team, I'd recommend pulling for either Furina or Wriothesley. Both are highly versatile and can be used in nearly any team, especially Furina, who can enhance a wide variety of compositions. Now, let's take a look at some more quality of life improvements in version 5.4. First off, we have the automatic reforge option. In this one, instead of manually setting the ores each time, this feature will allow players to reforge the ores in a single click. This improvement is especially useful for players who regularly smelt ores for experience, making the process much more efficient. Next, we have the filtered exploration option. In this feature, players can collect specific materials or specialties much more easily. With this update, players can focus on gathering their desired materials from the map without being distracted or misdirected by other specialties in the same area. For example, if you're trying to collect a specific item, it can be frustrating when the navigation system keeps pointing you toward something else nearby. This new feature solves that problem by only showing you the material you need for the characters. With that, there will be a quick start function for Archon Quests. This feature allows players to jump directly to the most recent Archon Quest without having to complete the previous ones first. This is mainly for new players or returning players who haven't done the earlier story, but want to experience the new Archon Quest without going through the previous ones. The only requirement is that players must have completed the 1.1 Archon Quest of the story. Speaking of returning players, from version 5.4 onwards, story quests will no longer consume story keys for returning players. This change makes it much easier to jump back into the narrative without any setbacks or needing to worry about using up story keys. Lastly, we have the weapon management improvement. In this update, players will be able to sort weapons based on their substats, just like how you can sort artifacts by substats. This makes it much easier to find the perfect weapon for your builds without spending too much time searching through your inventory. Previously, this wasn't possible for weapons, but from version 5.4 onward, this sorting feature will be added to weapon management. And that's a wrap for today's video. With all the exciting content coming in version 5.4, along with new characters, there's definitely a lot to look forward to. I hope this video helped give you a clear overview of what to expect. As always, I'll keep you updated with more details as they emerge. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.